one more thing.
This is a huge moment.
Everything I've seen has made me more excited.
In that moment, I was like, holy shit, this is it. This is the future of computing.
I love this thing, but I don't think it's there yet. As beautiful as it is, it really is. When you hold it, you feel like you're freaking holding the future. And I want to keep it so bad, man. I really do. There's no use case for me where I can justify the $3,500 price tag and keep this thing.
The Apple Vision Pro was the next big thing from Apple. It was supposed to replace your smartphone. The thing that everybody, and I mean everybody, was supposed to want. But now, a couple of months later, nobody is talking about it. So the question that comes to mind, is the Apple Vision Pro a failure? Well, this is a pretty nuanced situation. The way that Apple marketed this device is really weird, because in a sense, this is a glorified dev kit. The thing will only be bought by the real enthusiasts that really want to buy it or want to start building apps for it. And this is why the next big thing for Apple is not going to be the Apple Vision Pro, but it will actually be the consumer device that's coming next year. And at the time that the consumer device will be coming out, there will be a whole ecosystem of apps available for it. But to define what the failure is, we should define what a great measure of success is. Are we talking about sales? Talking about sales, we do have reports from analysts that Apple is reducing their production for the year. But one thing that has me flyer under the radar is that Apple actually captured the industry market overnight. So you have to see it like this. The Apple Vision Pro is basically a Vario XR3 for 50% of the price. It is not meant to be shipped on the same volumes as a smartphone, because it's not in the same price range. Again, weird marketing angle from Apple. So what are other factors that could define the success? Well, let's talk about features. The Apple Vision Pro has the best displays on the market today. People are calling it the screen replacement and are even saying that this is the best way to watch a movie. It even launched personas, which are photorealistic avatars, in production. Up until now, we only had avatars from Meta, and we know that Meta is working on the codec avatars, but nothing has shipped. Apple is the first one that really shipped their codec avatar, or at least their photorealistic avatar. So what are the features that are failures? Well, the lack of controllers is weird because you cannot play any of the popular VR games with it, and you don't really have the tactile feedback from your experiences. Furthermore, there are a lot of people that are just complaining about the entire lack of apps. You bought this expensive device, but you don't have anything that you can really do with it besides watching movies or doing some work. Next to this, there are also some reports about people that are complaining about the eyesight. And looking at the feedback, it seems that eyesight is really a bit of an awkward feature that nobody is really waiting for. I think one of the biggest complaints about the Apple Vision Pro are the comfort levels, because there are people that are really complaining about the weight of the headset, but there are also other people that don't really have any problems with it. Because on the flip side, we have VR enthusiasts like Brad that have been wearing VR headsets daily, who actually chose to use the Apple Vision Pro as his actual screen replacement. Brad is a hardcore VR enthusiast, but he just removed the monitor in his room and is only using the Apple Vision Pro right now for his actual monitor. On top of that, the Apple Vision Pro has even only launched in the US up until this time. It even needs to be broadly launched in Europe. And also at the moment that the Apple Vision Pro launched, it actually had the best pass-through on the market. But currently there are big improvements also coming to the Meta Quest 3 in V66 that actually improved the pass-through on the Meta Quest 3. In the end, I think it was a good thing that the Apple Vision Pro actually launched, because right now we have a lot of developers that have access to it, are able to create apps, build the ecosystem for the next big thing, which will be the consumer headset that Apple will launch next year. So in a way, you could say that the Apple Vision Pro is not the big blockbuster success that people hoped it to be. But in the end, Apple is now currently setting itself up for success for the next headset that they will launch. Are you looking forward to trying the Apple Vision Pro? Let me know down in the comments.